Hey everybody, how are you? I said, well, shit, it's been a minute. I figured I'd come on here and see how everybody's doing. And damn, all the stuff that I've been watching on TikTok, all these people have lost their freaking minds. This 4B movement, and what the hell? Girl, why you gonna cut your hair? Why, I don't understand. I have, I just feel like everything. Like I'm waiting on another shoe to drop. Does anybody know what I mean? It's the way I feel. I feel like that it's I feel like a lot of people are being very quiet. And it's kind of unnerving. So how are y'all doing since the election and everything else, and how's things been going for you? I mean, honestly, I don't care if you're a Republican, I don't care if you're a Democrat, I don't care if you voted for the man in the moon. Um, at the end of the day, we're all American. And if we want this country to continue to be on this earth and be part of the social system that it is, um, globally, retrospectively, um, we're we're gonna have to, make some changes, a lot of big changes. I'm I did a deep dive on Bobby Kennedy Jr. Um, damn, like he wants to completely gut the FDA, which I think is a great idea. Um, I honestly wish that you could sue for being made to take the jab, because I would make sure that my husband was the first one to sign up for that, because, he was basically forced to take it. I believe that I've said for years, I don't believe there should be GMOs in our food. We should be able to get clean food. Um, so I just, I don't know. I don't understand, because this is my thought, okay? And correct me if I'm wrong, but Roe versus Wade was overturned by the Supreme Court, and they said it has to be done through the states. Period. End of story. Um, you have to do it through the state. And if you live in a state like Texas that has what people consider oppressive birth control, abortion, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, then don't live here. I mean, go to a state that's more friendly for you. And that's the way I look at it. I mean, that's the way I believe. Nobody is coming for your abortions unless you live in one of the very few states that are oppressive, like Texas. And I am 100% saying Texas is oppressive with abortion rights and everything else. And I thank God I have never had to have that choice. Um, I thank God every day I've never had to do that, because honestly, I don't think I could. I think it's against my moral fiber, um, to do that. I'm also a practicing Catholic, so Um, but I believe that America needs to go back to the center instead of as far left as it's gone. You know, um, you know, I don't believe that, you know, all these things that are taking place should be taking place. I don't believe that we should have illegal immigrants living in hotels and they're getting debit cards to use for whatever they want to use. We have homeless veterans, we have homeless families that are American, that were born here, that the veterans served their country, but they're homeless and they can't get the help that they need because there's not enough money because we're giving it to everybody else. And honestly, I don't think you should be able to come to America and have your kid and say, "Oh, I have to stay here because of my baby." No, all of y'all go back. We shouldn't have anchor babies. I Listen, this is not going to be a popular opinion for anybody. I'm saying how I feel. And if you don't like it, there's the door. You hit X. Send me a horrible email at Cheyenne8251@gmail.com and tell me what a horrible person I am for believing this way. I believe we need more mental health here in the United States. We have whole ass women, grown women, getting on Twitter and TikTok and Facebook and screaming, shaving their heads. Oh, we're not going to have sex for 4 years. We're not going to. Okay. Who are you hurting? You're not hurting anybody. You're easier to identify. That's it. I mean, I believe that we have to go back to the middle. I don't want our country to be ultra conservative because I am definitely not ultra conservative. I believe I have a lot of middle of the road views. I do. I believe in gay marriage. If you want to be gay and you find the person you want to live with for the rest of your damn life, you go do that and go be happy. And, if you want to be in a interracial relationship, I believe you can do that too. I don't believe anybody should be told who you love is wrong. Because, let's face it, 100 years ago, I couldn't have married my husband because he's Italian. Not down here. God, no, that was unheard of. But, I don't understand the mentality of these women who are screaming that their rights are being taken away. What right? I need somebody to come in here and talk to me and tell me what kind of rights are being taken away. Other than if you live in a very conservative state like Texas. Do I agree with it? No. I believe if there is something wrong with the baby, that child will have zero quality of life, no chance of survival, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The mother's life is in grave danger. That, it was a product of incest or rape. Abso-fucking-lutely. Go get an abortion, fix what's wrong, go on and go find you a shrink and go talk about everything that happened. Abso-fucking-lutely. Do I believe abortion should be birth control? No. In any circumstances, no. There are so many things that can and do go wrong with abortions that I don't believe that it is I don't believe it should be labeled health care. I don't. Not abortion on demand. There are so many other ways of doing this, and I That's my view. And I'm pretty sure people are going to get mad at me. So, but that's okay. I do not believe that biological males should play on female teams, whether it's swimming, baseball, softball, volleyball, t-ball. I believe boys and girls should have their own separate sports. I do not believe that gender dysphoria is as prevalent as people are making it out to be. I also do not think that a lot of kids have autism. When we got Dominic diagnosed, we had our insurance company made us go to two different doctors, and they had to be in separate places. They couldn't even be in the same hospital. He had to have MRIs done. He had to have a CAT scan done. He had to have an EEG done. All these things to prove that he was autistic. And Dominic is autistic. Do I believe the term autism is being thrown around too much? Yes. I believe it is the new ADHD. It's, hey, my kid's autistic. No, he's not. You need to discipline your child. Trust me, I get so frustrated with people who are like, well, my kid has autistic tendencies. There are no tendencies. Either you have autism or you do not. It's very cut and dry. Growing up, I hated being a girl. I hated it. I hated being a girl because I was treated different. Oh, don't answer all the questions at school, Angie, because, you're going to upset the boys. Or, oh, you know what? You really do hit the baseball a whole lot harder than some of the boys do, but you can't play baseball because you're a girl. Okay. Oh, you can't go riding or whatever because, we're going to be, roughing it and all this. And please, bitch, I ride better than y'all do. Being a girl sucks. Let me tell all of y'all how bad being a girl sucks. And it's my channel, and if I want to say these things, I can. When you are 9 years old and you start your period at school, that sucks. Whenever you develop faster than your peers, and the boys start groping you because they think that you're stuffing your bra with toilet paper and you're really not. In my case, having fibroids where you have a period that lasts for 54 days, whenever you have to get cut open 4 times to give birth to your children because you cannot give birth to them, going through the hormonal changes of being a 55-year-old woman who, by the way, whenever I go to bed at night, I live in hell because I am hot, I'm cold, I'm hot, I'm hot, I'm hot. I'm in a fucking volcano at times. Why do you want to be a woman? Being a woman sucks ass. It sucks. You have your fucking period every month, which is horrific, especially whenever you're a kid and you're in high school, you're in junior high, and you get your period and you want to fucking die. You have cramps. You still have to dress out for gym. You still have to go do all these things, and it sucks. You can't go to the pool party because some moms won't let their daughters use a tampon. So you can't go to the pool party. You can't ride horses because, trust me, it's a bad idea. Doesn't matter how many times you wash your hair, your hair looks greasy, especially that time of the month. You're moody, and then after you have kids, you have to go get your tubes tied, or you have to go on birth control, or you have to get an IUD, or you have to go get the Depo-Provera shot, which, by the way, they're finding bad things happen with that one. Because you don't want any more kids. But then on the flip side, you have the women that would give anything to be able to get pregnant. And there's no reason why she can't get pregnant. She just can't get pregnant. And my heart goes out to them. And the moms who do IVF, which I am one of those moms. Dominic was an IVF baby. You have to take fucking shots for 3 months in your stomach. You look like, a pin cushion. And then after you get pregnant, you have to take the shot that they give you in the butt every day for 6 weeks. That was amazing. I cannot tell you. Getting pregnant. Men, if men had to get pregnant once, there would be no more population on this earth. It is horrible. You puke. Everything makes you nauseous. Your boobs hurt. Your crotch hurts, especially whenever you're older, whenever the baby's bigger. Your whole crotch, your whole groin area feels like everything's going to fall out. I don't understand why men want to say, oh my God, I'm a woman. Dude, you don't even know what being a woman is like. It sucks. And I'm on a rant. I've seen too many things on TikTok the past couple of days, and I'm just like, oh shit, we've all lost our fucking minds. I'm amazed at the stupidity. Women are the smartest creatures on this earth. And I'm going to say that. Women are the smartest creatures on this earth. We are able to keep children alive. We are able to run our households, do our business, take care of our husbands, boyfriends, whatever, the baby daddy, whatever. We are able to still have our friends, and we're still able to do all these things. And we are the smartest creatures on earth because we are able to juggle 15 things at once. But being a woman and being a female sucks. I don't understand. I really don't. And these people who are furries and they're dressing up and they're requiring the school to put a litter box in the school. I'm sorry, honey, your child needs some mental help and you need to go take them to a shrink because ain't no human ever going to be a cat. Ain't never going to be a dog. Ain't never going to be a fox. I hate to tell y'all this. It ain't happening. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid. I'm not an astronaut, so we all have to deal with what life gives us. But you women who are being an embarrassment, Cheyenne8251@gmail.com is my email. So go ahead, send the hate mail. I don't care. Go ahead. All of you women that are being an embarrassment to the human female species, y'all are ignorant. What is shaving your head going to do? What is it going to do? It's not going to do anything. I saw one TikTok today where a stylist said, please shave your head because whenever you get to the point where you need extensions, we're going to make a lot of money. We're going to fund the whole, U.S. government. And it's the truth because once your hair gets to that ugly stage, you're going to want extensions. Y'all are an embarrassment. Seriously. I'm not going to have sex for the next 4 years. Where, who are you hurting? Yourself? In 4 years, you're going to be dried up and dusty. I don't get it. Do you actually think you're hurting somebody other than yourself? Do you think you're that oppressed? Go to Afghanistan. Go to Iran. Women aren't allowed to talk. Women aren't allowed to drive. If you want to leave your home, you have to be with a male family member. If you want to go to the store and go get something, you know, you want to go get a Coke, which, by the way, Cokes are illegal there. But anyway, if you want to go to the store and you want to go get turkey for dinner, some male in your family must accompany you. Your face, your body, your hands and feet must be covered. Nobody outside your family is allowed to see your face. And that's immediate family, not uncles, not aunties, not cousins. Well, aunties can, but uncles and cousins and all that, no. How are you oppressed? How? Are you able to get up and go to work every day? Are you able to stay home with your kids? Are you able to walk into any store you want to unaccompanied? Are you able to talk? Are you able to sing? In a lot of countries around the world, women are not allowed to sing. They're not allowed to do anything, even at their church or synagogue or mosque or whatever. How are you oppressed? How? What rights are being taken away from you? You still have the right to vote. You still have the right to go to work. You still have the right to medical care. You still have the right to walk down the street. I do not understand the mentality of American women. I don't. Kamala Harris was the czar of the border. That was her job. How many illegals have come into the United States in the past 4 years? Under her watch, without her doing anything. And then the Biden administration tried to sue the state of Texas to stop illegals crossing the border. Make that make sense. I don't. If you want to put somebody, you want to put a woman into the Oval Office, which I absolutely do. I would love to see a woman be a United States president. I would love to see a woman vice president that actually did something. I I would like in 10 years to have a female president, at least one or two. 12 years. Say 12 years. I would love to have a whole woman's cabinet. We might get some shit done here and fix some shit that's going on. But you cannot justify illegal aliens coming here and killing United States citizens and not being deported. And if you can, you're crazy. And you have all this, crap going on with all these videos coming out of the Diddy parties and talking about how there was children there that were being assaulted. Children. Not just adults, children. Which, I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're straight. I don't care if you're bi. I don't give a fuck. You do you, boo. I don't give a shit. My views have changed over the years because I've grown up. I have some very dear friends that are gay. I would go to bat for them, and I'd take the bat to somebody for them. I don't care. But when you leave 13 people in Afghanistan and you leave how many billions of dollars worth of equipment in a hostile land with no pullout plan at all, and you leave 13 Americans to die. November 7th of last year, or October 7th. November 7th? Anyway, whenever they attacked the people at the Israeli concert. We didn't do anything. Americans were taken. Y'all realize that. They weren't just Israelis. They were Americans. Girls and men were raped and brutally murdered. And we did nothing. Nothing. And it's okay. They're Jewish. It's okay. Don't worry about it. But you're mad because Donald Trump won, and you're going to shave your head because Donald Trump won. You're not going to have sex with your partner. You're going to divorce your husband because Donald Trump won. Really? That is all that is on my FYP page on TikTok. I'm like, and then the people who are laughing at them, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm enjoying watching the meltdowns. They are fucking epic. By the way, Cheyenne8251@gmail.com is my email. Please feel free. We need to stop the bullshit that's going on. And a lot of Americans are pissed off. A lot. You can't afford to buy a house. You can't afford to go buy a new car. Hey Gladys, how are you? You can't afford to buy a new car. You cannot afford, I don't know about where y'all live, but for a family of 3 going to the grocery store per week is $250, $300 where it used to be almost $100. Like, it's redonkulous, the amount of money. And I swear to God, if anybody comes in here and starts screaming about tariffs, the tariffs are there now. Who knows? It might make an American come up and say, you know what? I'm going to start making some shirts like what they do over there. Listen, we have to do something. We are so far in a depression. We're not even in a recession anymore. We're in a depression. People are having to choose between buying groceries and paying their bills. And these are people who are working 40 hours a week, and they can't afford daycare. They can't afford groceries. That's why Trump won. Because if you ask Kamala Harris a question, The only thing she ever responded to was, well, I grew up in a middle-class neighborhood. Okay, babe, good for you. What are you going to do about fixing the economy? How are you going to get it to where we can afford to go to the grocery store and not have to go, oh shit, okay, I can't afford this right now. I'm going to have to put this meat back and I'm going to have to go buy, something else. He won because people are pissed off. And these women that are on TikTok and, oh my God, Facebook and everything else going, oh my God, I don't know how he won. We were supposed to vote for women's rights. We weren't voting for women's rights. We were voting to make sure that women had a way to live. We need women's health care. Do you know that if a man has a vasectomy, the doctors give him pain pills, right? Go home, go ice it, take these pain pills, you'll be fine in 2 or 3 days. When me personally, had to go in and go have a cervical biopsy done, I did not have any Novocaine, nothing. I felt when they took that chunk out of my cervix to check me for cervical cancer. We need women's health overhaul. Period. You want to talk about women's rights? How about the right to choose to get a hysterectomy if you are done having kids and you have a medical problem where you're having your fucking period for 54 goddamn days? Our system is so broken. You're going to pay for gender reassignment surgery, but the woman who has fibroids and endometriosis can't go get a hysterectomy because, it may affect her negatively. How the hell, what do you think she's being affected by right now? Seriously. You want to talk about women's health care? Let's fix women's health care. We need a woman doctor who is in charge of women's health in Washington that sits there and tells these doctors, listen, when you're doing, whatever to a female, you need to understand that these parts of her body actually do hurt. I mean, it astounds me that people don't understand how bad being a woman is. Heather's fine. She has complicated grief and probably bad Omaha steaks. I got on, I figured I have a platform. I can get on here and rant today. And I don't really know how to do TikTok live. So tell me your thoughts. Am I wrong? Because I don't think I am. I think that there are 2.5 million people on waiting lists to adopt children. Make it cheaper to adopt a child. Make it cheaper to adopt a baby through a teenager. It costs over $200,000 to adopt a child. And there are so many people, so many families that want children, and they can't adopt them because they can't afford it. Do all your vetting that you need to do. Go all the way back to their 5th grade science experiment, but make it cheaper to where people can adopt. There are so many children in foster care that shouldn't be there. They should be adopted, but people can't afford to adopt them. I mean, honestly, if me and Andy were a little bit younger, I would love to adopt a little girl. Or maybe another little boy. I would love it. We're at the age now we can't do it, but but your rights are not being taken away, y'all. Screaming in the car on TikTok that your rights are being taken away. How are they being taken away? If you live in an oppressive state like Texas, move out of Texas. Get a hold of your congressman. Have them help change the law. But you shaving your head and screaming and everything else is not a productive thing. You're not going to get anywhere with that. And if you want oppression, go to another country. Go see how oppressed you really are. And yes, they have got universal health care in Europe. They've got it in Canada. They got it all over the world. And guess what? 35 to 40% of your check goes to national health care. You don't have copays. You don't have to pay the hospital, but it's already coming out of your check. Now, do I agree that everybody should take a month off in the summer and go spend it with their family? Hell yeah, that is a great thing that they got going on in Italy and France. That's a great thing. But, as a nation, we need to get healthier. We need more mental health. Pandy got a bowl cut. We need healthier. We need to get rid of the unhealthy food. We have the highest rate of obesity in the world. So, we need to make sure that, we need to fix what's wrong, period. So y'all are listening. Only Gladys here is talking, which I'm glad somebody's talking. Do y'all think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think what? And I don't care who you voted for. Honestly, I don't give a fuck who you voted for. We need a stronger military. We need a stronger educational system because since No Child Left Behind, half these freaking kids can't read because everybody gets passed. We need to go back to the way it was when I was a kid, and you learn all year long. You take your spelling test on Friday. You take your math test on Friday. At the end of the year, you take an exit test, which is what we had here in Texas. And you had to prove that what you learned during the year. And if you learned it, you learned it. You got to go on to the next grade. If you didn't learn it, you were stuck in that grade. I'm sorry. We need, there are some things that have been amazing. There are other things that need to be fixed. Sadly, they need to be fixed. And again, you should not let your child dress up like a furry and send them to school and expect the teacher to have a litter box for them. I wish I could make that up. Cheyenne8251@gmail.com is my email, because I know somebody's going to send me an email. Was I happy that Biden won? No. I also didn't sit in my car and scream. I didn't threaten to shave my head. We endured it. All the snowflakes have got to start, if you don't like the way something is, figure out how to change it. And we figured out how to change it. I mean, look at all the red on the map. It wasn't. I mean, at this point, I don't think it was even hey, I really, really like Trump's opinions. I think it was, we are tired of the bullshit that is going on. That's what I think. I think that there is a lot of stuff that needs to change. And hopefully it will change. But you can't change it if you're sitting in your car screaming because, somebody's going to take away your abortion rights. Which, how many women have actually had an abortion? Like regular women. Not women that are, using it for birth control, but how many women are just had to go down and go have an abortion? I know in my 55 years, I know of 2 people that went down and had an abortion. I may live a very sheltered life. I don't know. But, I don't know that many women that do that. But nobody's coming for your abortions. Nobody's coming for your gay rights. Nobody's coming for your gay marriage. None of it. It might, hopefully, it's going to get better whenever it comes to groceries and, trying to buy a house, trying to buy a car, trying to finance anything, because, it's really stupid at this point. So, no, I guess nobody's going to talk. So, hi. Anyway, Cheyenne8251@gmail.com is my email. If you need to send an email, send me an email. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I may leave this up. I may not. I don't know. So, anyway, y'all have a great day. I will talk to y'all later.